Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Pathfinder Adventures. It's time for Local Heroes, famously one of the easiest scenarios in the entire game, although it can definitely go wrong if you get a little bit unlucky. In this scenario, there are no villains, and there are no henchmen either. Instead of a henchman, there's an extra ally in every location. You have to close every location to win, and locations, you get an opportunity to close a location if you acquire an ally. So you're basically going around trying to find an ally in each location, and then you have to succeed at the closing check. Of course, there's more allies per deck in most decks than there are henchmen, so you are much more likely to find and close the location quickly. In the original rules, when you fail to acquire an ally, you discard the top card of the Blessings deck. In this case, you discard the top 3 cards, so things can get very bad very fast if you do get unlucky and find allies that you are not able to pick up easily. For example, animal allies if you have shitty wisdom, or human allies if you have shitty charisma. I think Harsk does have the potion of glibness. Oh god, I hope he does. Wait, I can still do it, can't I? Let me just check. I don't know if I can change them, but I can at least view them. Yes, he's got the potion of glibness, so Harsk can even contribute, assuming of course he finds a diplomacy-based ally, which are the human ones. Anyway, let's go ahead and put everybody out. So Ezrin obviously is going to the academy. That's an easy one. Then we have this chain that's cut off from everything else. I think I need to put Amiri here because she's the one who's most adept at moving out. And we'll put Sela over here in the garrison. Then Harsk can go in the woods. He's the worst at picking up allies, and on top of that, he is good at closing the woods, and he's got the scouting. And then he's got the potion of glibness, you know, so by putting him in a place that has fewer allies, he is more likely to find that potion before the ally comes up. As for everybody else, I guess we'll have Sayoni be a little adventurous and go to the waterfront. And then Kira, yeah, it's not great. Kira doesn't really want to go to the waterfront. Oh, wait, Kira can go to the Sandpoint Cathedral. Yeah, let's do that. Kira will go to the cathedral, try to redeem herself. Amiri, after closing the garrison, can go to the cathedral at the end of her turn and then move into the Rusty Dragon afterwards. The one thing that's kind of annoying is that Sayoni really wants to be here to close this, because she's the one that's good at charisma/diplomacy. However, if she goes here, then Amiri and Kira are basically at dead ends and just are useless for the rest of the scenario. All right, it's a 6. Kira's charisma is like a 6 or an 8 or something, I think. So she can manage it. We'll just do blessings. Let's actually put my spellcasters up earlier so that they can cast Stride if necessary. I still like Sela at the head of the party, not only because it makes thematic sense as, oh, the paladin, ho ho, but because this gives more opportunity for her to scout and get free explores. Oh, I do have to mention, this ability is a bit of a double-edged sword. I actually should be quite careful with this, because, of course, if you scout an ally, it gets put on the bottom of the deck, and then you miss out on your chance to close the location. That time it didn't hurt me, but yeah, I gotta be careful with that. So we're gonna do a bugbear, barefisted here. Gonna play a blessing. And 94% is pretty good. I'm just gonna roll it for 94%. And then I'm going to discard chainmail. There is a barrier here. Okay. Wait a minute. What are the... I didn't look at the wild cards. An additional monster. That's annoying. And... Oh, shit! Seriously? There's an additional monster and an additional barrier in each location. Well, that makes this a rather sporting scenario. Now things are actually pretty frickin' difficult. Okay. Okay. There's that additional monster. Oh no, the Academy... Yeah, I think the Academy starts with 1 monster, does it not? So if I'm seeing one and it still says 1, that means it's still... Okay, the point is, we're gonna kill this thing. So I guess I'm gonna use Acid Arrow because this is a bit of a difficult monster. Harsk should fire away. I definitely want to hang on to Thieves' Tools in the woods with all these extra barriers. 89? 89. Not loving it. Not loving it here. 89%? Yeah, someone's got to spend a blessing, but not Kira! Not fucking Kira, because she needs it to close the damn fucking place. In this particular scenario, it's not as bad because there's multiple allies per location, so it's not as big of a deal if you forget, but I still don't want to forget. God, I just do not have any luck with my spellbook. Okay. Well, the good news is that at the Academy, if your first exploration is not a spell, you get to explore again. So let's explore again. Battered chest. It's a bit annoying that I found this, because had I found it at the start of the next round, it would have given me an extra explore. But I am lucky that this barrier is not that big of a deal. We're going to cast Detect Magic, hoping to find a spell, get a free extra explore. Yep, there we go. Perfect. It's actually Arcane Armor, the story of my goddamn fucking life. Finding a bajillion of those things. I'm stuck with the Sage on top, so I can't get any extra cards in my hand. But, oh, I see. I see. Okay, I do get my extra explore, right, guys? Yes, and now the good thing about this is I do auto-succeed at it, because it's an easy, crappy card, and that gives me an extra explore. No, it doesn't, I guess, because, okay, I guess the rules are that, you know, if you get an extra explore and you get an extra explore during your explore, then you don't get another explore, the extra explores don't stack, I guess. But that's fine, I got it off the top, so now it increases the likelihood that the next card is not a spell, meaning that I am more likely to get a free extra explore that way. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and explore first, then Spyglass. Played a little risky. Okay, those are garbage. I might be able to throw them away for a fireball, though. Now I'm gonna Spyglass it up. See what's awaiting me here. Alright, there's Ilsoary Gandethus. This is, not something I will be able to use in this run, because, he really only works with Marizial. Because there's that 1 in 12 chance every time you use him that you end up fighting a gigantic villain thing. But let's go ahead and get him. I'm going to recharge a Troubadour so this is guaranteed. And so I don't lose 3 blessings, of course. And then, to close the location, I guess I'll recharge him. Sure. And then I'm going to... Well, I'm going to pop these bracers, because these bandits are so easy, I don't want to use my actual good spell when, with my augmented character alt, fire ice blast thing, I have an almost auto-succeed. Oh, I have to discard a card, I messed up. I always forget about the waterfront. It's so bitchy with the -1s that I forget that there's a thing at the end. Okay, we're discarding a blessing because I do want to keep Acid Arrow, but I should have recharged Acid Arrow and discarded Ilsoary, or the bracers, or whatever the opposite is of what I did is. Okay, so Miri's up, and here's a guide. This is actually pretty damn good, because Augmented Character Alternative Amiri gets to bury cards to improve her survival skill, so suck on that, bitches. I'm just going to roll this 95%. It's fine. There's more allies in here if I fail. And now we just got to do a Bandit Henchman, so we're going to recharge the guide, of course. Whip out this long spear. 93% with a reroll, I think, is pretty good. Although Harsk is just swimming in cards. So, yeah, just recharge a blessing, buddy. Let's get this guaranteed. Okay, this is looking pretty good. I've closed 2 locations. Haven't lost any blessings. I guess the dreaded combo of an extra barrier in each location and an extra monster in each location is not as bad here, because there's like more than one ally in most locations, so it kind of mitigates the impact of those extra cards. All right, let's just explore, I suppose. There's a zombie giant, which is fine. I don't want to do a mace. I think you know, inflict is just. You know what? I shouldn't have this. Like, yes, it gives me an extra chance for a card I can use for combat, but it's so bad, I don't want to. Okay, I'm not going to discard the blessing to explore again, because I'm going to remember to keep the blessing to banish to close the location. Alright, there's a Goblin Warrior. This is not a big deal. And now, Harsk is going to take the slow and steady approach here, just exploring once a turn. Alright, that's a whatever irrelevant thing. Oh, I picked up the Bird Cruncher Crown right after finding the Goblin. I'm actually not going to use this. I already tested my luck with it once. I don't want to do that to get rid of things. Well, I could have gotten rid of a Quarterstaff. Shame I didn't, but, you know, it's really not worth the risk, I don't think, in the end. I am going to... Wait a minute. I'm going to just discard a blessing to go again. Challenging Shield. Discard to add your strength die to your... Oh, that's actually... Oh, I like this card. This is a really interesting card because it gives a really good ability. For Sela adding a D8, or for Amiri adding a D12 in the armor slot is pretty darn good. But then there's one less card that you have that can be blocked, or that can be buried for all damage. Notice that this only this only works to reduce combat damage by 2. Yeah, I think overall it's probably not worth it. I would just hate it if it ever happened at any point in the entire time that I play this game where I have that thing and I get dealt a bunch of damage that I wish I could have blocked. It would just be too painful. Alright, well, we found a spell up top, which is annoying, and I stupidly rolled the die. Why did I roll this? I should have recharged my Sage to pick it up. Well, I guess I'll just discard the Sage then to go again. There's Pook. This is a pretty good ally. Normally I might let this go, but we are trying to get allies here. So I guess I'm going to have Sela use this Gorm because it's currently the top card and it's recharging. Nobody's got any Charisma blessings. So I guess Amiri will spend one. Kira will not spend hers. But 4d6s to get a 7 is pretty reliable. And now I need to spend another blessing, unfortunately, to make sure I close it. So I really misused my Sage. It should be fine, though. It should be okay. Alright, so Poog's here, and this is a good ally. This will definitely be a keeper. Oh, I can even get a spell back. I shouldn't have done that. I don't even want that in my deck. I actually just literally don't want it. Where's Ezrin going next? Oh, he's blocked in, so he's going here. Charisma Diplomacy 6. This guy doesn't really help with that. Okay, I guess we're just done here. I don't need to stride over, I don't think. I think stride's going to be more useful later on. Alright, she doesn't want to go to the woods, so I guess she's going to the general... Wait, can't she go to the... Yeah, she can go to the woods, but she's not very good there, so she's going to go to the general store. Wand of Shield. It's pretty bad. And unlike Ezrin, she doesn't get to explore again. This is just such a bad card. It's just desperately bad. I guess I'll save it to banish to close this place. Abadar, okay. Crow, this is an ally. We gotta get it. She's got a D8 Wisdom, which is a little character alt special. She doesn't, I don't think she, oh no, does she have D8 Wisdom normally? I can't remember if she does or not. Well, whatever. The point is, yeah. So let's go ahead and just spend a blessing to make sure we pick this up. And then we're going to banish the Wand of Shield to close the location. I could actually banish the Crow itself, but the Wand of Shield is just way worse. Alright, now we're going to get some items, which is actually decent. Normally I don't care about picking up the items from the general store, but Sione could always use a thing for more fireballing or just for not dying as much. Matic, that's terrible. Oh, I get to explore again, right? The reason I get to explore is because I encountered an ally, which is not a weapon, item, or armor, so I get to go again. Samison, this is actually not a bad card, so I'll recharge my Crow that I just found to help pick it up. And then we still have the Matic for fireballing purposes. Okay. Amiri's up. She cannot close this place. She doesn't have a blessing, so I don't want to explore. We're going to go here. She's not great at charisma or diplomacy either, but she's not terrible at it, so we'll do one exploration here. I would like some masterwork tools. And we do have this dexterity blessing. Alright, I'm gonna just do this. I'm not gonna spend another blessing on it. But I will spend those. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Nice. Nice. Someone gets to upgrade their tools. And I guess I will hang on to it because there are 2 barriers here. Do I want both of these weapons? Yeah, I'm gonna discard this battle axe. Alright, now I have 2 tools which I don't need. Okay, Kira has a blessing. She can close if she picks up an ally. There's wisdom. Nice. We're really getting low on blessings here. But I guess we did it. And I held on to this precious ass blessing. So I can now banish it and close the cathedral. Redemption. Okay. So now I think I want to take a moment to just pause and look at what's happening. So we do just need to close all the locations. Sela's kind of out of the way here, unfortunately. Maybe with a bunch of striding she can get over somewhere useful. But actually, all that's left is Sela's location and these 2. So I'm definitely going to have Amiri go over here and help out Hars, because Amiri's actually good at survival checks. Ezrin can then take over here with his charisma, even though he's not any worse at charisma than Amiri is. The main problem is running out of blessings and potentially failing to close locations because I just don't have enough blessings to help people out. That's my main concern. Well, anyway, Harsk is fine where he is. That thing is a safe thing to explore. So we're just going to let this go as it will. And this Bird Cruncher Crown, man, Can't get anything good to come of it. I can't really discard anything, so we'll just keep my hand as it is. Trapped Locker. Okay, Amiri can actually get that pretty nicely, so yeah, that's good. Now I have to be very precious holding on to my blessings. Ah, could have gotten this out of the way. Well, fine. So now I think I'm gonna cast Cure. Ooh. Get the maximum healing, which unfortunately is a little bit wasted. I'm gonna flip a card to improve my odds of recharging it. And I actually got a card out of the way that I didn't want because the long spear is not as good as a spike chain. Or what did I get rid of? What was it? Quarterstaff. Yeah, quarterstaff's definitely junk. I don't need a long sword and a spike chain, so we're gonna get rid of the long sword. I'm trying to get blessings because people need help with their stuff. Okay, Ezrin. Yeah, if Amiri's gonna go over here, Ezrin should go close this place, although he is unfortunately rather blessing reliant, both to pick up allies and to close the location. But I don't really see much option. Okay, this is actually nice. I have a decent chance of getting to go again, and I rolled minimum, so I don't, which it's fine. I don't necessarily want Ezrin finding the ally here. What I want to do is figure out who I want to move over here to be better at picking up the ally. I can move Sione over with a stride. Of course, the problem is then Sela has to do this all by herself. There's 2 allies left in it, and there's 8 cards. I kind of want to have Sione go over here. The problem is we're just getting low on blessings. And it'd be nice to have someone come over to the Rusty Dragon who's actually good at picking up allies and at closing the location afterwards. The thing is, I'd still have to spend a blessing, probably to do both with Sione, but it's better than spending the 2 blessings I'd have to spend as Ezrin. Okay, I'm going to take a little chance here. I'm going to stride Sione closer to the Rusty Dragon, and I'm going to leave Sela to close the garrison by herself. It unfortunately does mean... Oh, yes! Picked up Arcane Armor. It unfortunately does mean, though, that Sela's kind of on the spot, because it's going to take a while for anyone else to get over there to help her out. Okay. Does Poog only work on yourself? Yeah, only on yourself. So I guess I'm not gonna spend it to explore again. He's just so bad at closing the location and stuff. I don't think I need the caltrops either at this point with 2 combat spells. Okay, there's an extra explore and maybe even a help for picking up some allies. All right, Sione, get over here, do your magic. Great club. I would have liked this a lot. Oh, man. I guess there's a non-zero chance of getting it, but I cannot afford to spend blessings. Oh my god, I can't afford to spend strength, though. Let's do it. Let's spend the strength. Try to get this thing. Alright, that's nice. Okay. Do I spend a blessing to go again? I really can't. I've got half the clock left, only a few locations left to close. I don't think I can afford to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, please let me do this. There we go. It let me. Oh, Acid Arrow. That's actually a decent pickup, although I have a bunch of combat spells. Maybe Ezrin has too many combat spells in his deck. So, I could discard some stuff, but it's fine. She can throw this stuff away for fireballs. I don't really care. Okay, Amiri is going to go over here, though, and see about closing the survival check woods. Oh, yeah, and then she also has to take care of this trapped locker. Well, the nice thing about this is that she can just pop one of her thieves' tools, and she still has the masterwork tools that were found in this very scenario. I do kind of regret spending that blessing on the masterwork tools. Magic shield is whatever. I'm gonna go again. Let's hurry this up a little bit. Oh, yes! Oh, look at that! Block damage, bitches! Alright, so I'm gonna reveal the long spear. I don't need to bury anything because I can re-roll. And even if I fail, this thing goes away anyway because we are in the woods. I am gonna recharge the magic shield. Get a very welcome blessing. Okay, Kira she should have a lot of blessings. I guess she just hasn't been drawing her deck very much. Alright. Yeah, this is actually really nice. I can cure Sione, who desperately needs it. So that's good. And I guess I should explore, even though Kira's not that good at charisma. Let me take a look. Is her charisma a D6 or a D8? Clerics thematically should have a high charisma, but okay, she has a D6. Do we have at least 2 blessings? We have one there, one there, one there. none there, and one there. Okay, so we have enough that she could do it if she stumbled across an ally. Alright, this is fine. I don't really care what card I bury, so I'm just going to let this be as it is. Luckily, with her wisdom, she avoided that. This actually worked out pretty beautifully, because not only did I take care of this cut purse, which nobody else really would have wanted to fight, but I did not end up having to fight, get the ally. At this point, there's a 50% chance of finding it. The next person to go here is Ezrin. That's annoying. Okay. Either Ezrin and Kira both waste their time, or to let Sayoni do it. Yeah, I think time. I have more time right now than I have blessings. Blessings are my limiting resource. I'm actually going to discard the Inflict, which I don't need, and the Thieves' Tools, which I don't need if I'm not exploring, and the Crow, which I don't need if I'm not exploring. So I can try to find more blessings. There we go. Got 3. Okay, I'm very happy with that. That makes things a lot better. All right, Harsk. Harsk, okay. If Harsk finds the ally here, it really sucks. But there's only a 1 in 8 chance of that, so let's just go in. Okay! Okay, so he found the ally, which sucks, but it's a survival ally, which is huge. I'm rolling a d8 instead of a d4, and I'm getting a +3 instead of a +0. That was fortunate. That was extremely fortunate, and I guess, who has more than one blessing in hand? You? Okay. So, yeah, I've got a pretty good chance of getting this little guy. And now we're going to go ahead and close the location. Oh, conveniently, this fox helps me right now. I only fail if I roll Snake Eyes, which is a 1 in 8 times 4 is 32 chance. Let's live on the edge, boys. Oh, I did roll a 1 on my d8 though. Okay, so Amiri did not need to help here. It's actually a bit of a shame that Amiri is here because now, yeah, it kind of sucks. This actually is a good armor. I'm happy to get it. Or, I mean, I don't mind flipping a card. I'm not going to spend a blessing on it, obviously, but it's worth flipping a card for. And it made the difference, 100%. That made the difference. Nice. All right, do I explore again with my blessing? I think I have to. Now that Kira picked up some blessings, I got to get a move on. All right, there's my burglar. Luckily, Sela is rolling a d10 +1 for diplomacy instead of a d10 as she normally would be. Okay, that wasn't actually quite as exciting as I thought it would be when I started talking. And, yeah, I guess we'll just have Harsk spend his blessing here. So 99% chance of success. Very good. All right, this is actually fine. So now I just recharge whatever. And I got to make sure I obviously kill this bandit henchman. But between flipping a card and recharging the stupid bird cruncher crown, that bandit henchman is toast. I got a little bit lucky here because Amiri found a survival ally, and then Harsk, which was very crucial, found a survival ally, which was very, very helpful to my cause. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this armor and the Thieves' Tools. Actually, is there anything left to do here? Are there any open locations left? Must be. Oh yeah, the Rusty Dragon. Does Ezrin explore? So he only gets to explore twice. How many blessings are out here? None, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's do it. Let's dive in there. Ezrin, make it happen. Vinder. All right. Well, spend a blessing there. Ooh, a Samuelson. That's actually kind of nice. Let's recharge that. 93%. I can spend another one. Because this is the last location. So I might as well just go all out. And now to close, we're going all in. Yeah, I don't know why I was hemming and hawing about exploring with Ezrin, because this is the last location, so there was no reason for me not to go for it. I just wasn't thinking about the fact that the other 2 locations had all got closed in rapid succession. Okay, well, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if and you did. I'll see you again soon with some more Pathfinder Adventures. Hey, I got the gold that time. Nice. Thanks, game. Cheating me of my gold. Well, the reward for this scenario, if you want to sit around and watch me dither, is a free ally. This is okay. I think I'll actually keep that for Ezrin or for Sione. This is crap. That thing, I don't know if I'm gonna want 2 of them, but maybe. Guard is, I think the point of we're past the point of the guard being useful. This guy, oh, okay. I think this is a guaranteed one. Seems to be a hidden feature of the game that you always get Aldern Foxglove, and I will hang on to him. I'm going to give him to Harsk. I'm not going to use him. This is the, if you might remember, if you've seen my earlier series, there's one scenario later that is quite challenging. It's one of the most infamously hard scenarios, but it is much easier if you have Aldern, so I'm going to hang on to him. Oh no, I don't have to do that. I can put him in my stash. Oh, wow. New mechanics for the win. Yeah, I'm going to stick him in my stash and just bring him out for that damn scenario. Oh, man, I'm loving this. I was very annoyed when the news came out that, you know, the PC version would not be free if you bought the version on mobile. But I have to grudgingly confess, it's I'm kind of being won over here by all these sweet new mechanics. Okay, I guess I don't need 3 sages. And I'm going to give Poog to Sione because geez, you have a lot of freaking allies. Yeah, because Sione is the one who's most likely to need some healing. And we'll keep, not a sage, but a troubadour for her closing checks, given that sweet, sweet charisma. Alright, Maddox, definitely no. And Sammy-san's nifty, but not as good as any of these items. She needs another ally. Oh, I took away too many allies. Okay, I guess we'll do another troubadour. Great Club +1. Let's give that to somebody. So it does require weapon efficiency, so Kira can't use it. I guess we'll give it to Sela. Get rid of this superior longsword. Well, it's superior. All right, we'll get rid of this mace. I like having the mace over the longsword because the longsword's better when you discard it, but the mace is good against ancient skeleton henchmen, which come up sometimes. But I guess that in the long run, if it's a superior longsword, it's silly to throw away a mace for that. Okay, I'm not going to keep the magic shield, although it does recharge at the end of your turn. I think it's important in this game to hang on to your regular armors. And I don't want to give anybody 2 copies of Thieves' Tools, so we'll just replace her masterwork or regular tools with Masterwork ones, and that's that. Is it even worth using? It's actually not. He's actually not very good, so I'm going to get rid of him. I'll pick a Sage in case Amiri ever needs to close a Wisdom location. So this should go in the stash. She only gets 1 ally, so I guess it's going to be that thing, which I still enjoy. And then Harsk. Do I want to do this? Sure. It's any, so she can use this to help anybody anywhere on the map. Oh, right. She only gets 1 ally. Harsk, though. Maybe you should take a fox instead of a guide. And Troubadour doesn't make any sense, I don't think, so we'll take a Sage. I think he's more likely to need Wisdom. Well, Troubadour's for dexterity, which Harsk does need. Alright, we'll do the Troubadour instead of the Sage. There, so Fox that. Okay. What does Kira need? She needs a blessing. I don't have one. Alright, let's do View All. Make sure I'm not throwing anything away that I'm gonna regret. Even, actually, forgetting something isn't the end of the world. That's another nice thing about the stash. Because even if you forget, you just leave the item in your stash, and that's it. Why can't I go ahead? Oh god, is it gonna be one of these bugs? No one else is missing anything. The only thing that's being missed. Oh, it's gonna force me to take it from the unclaimed. I didn't want to do that. Well, shiddlesticks. Any melee or forty? That's actually pretty good. And this is ranged. Okay, well, ranged only helps Harsk. Nobody in this party has stealth or craft, so these are just garbage. I could take this, to be fair. Yeah, I'm going to take this, because this one's actually good. 2 dice to any melee check, that is a wide range of applications. But this thing doesn't help me at all. I'm never going to get range except for on Harsk. Stealth or craft, because no one has the stealth or craft skill. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just keep that, and then once I find a Blessing of the Gods or something, I'll throw this thing out of there. Okay, now it's time to get rid of a whole bunch of crap. Sorry, Adair, you're just not actually that good, even though I love you in Pillars of Eternity. I could keep the burglars in the stash as a metagame thing so that they don't appear in the box, but that's a little silly, so we're just going to get rid of that. I'll keep 1 Thieves' Tools in case the Thieves' Tools has to get banished or something. And the Samison, I just don't think is good enough. I'm going to throw it away. Okay, we'll keep these guys. And money! Man, I'm glad I figured out what was happening with the Unclaimed tab. Otherwise, I was going to sit there for a long time convinced that there was a bug. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. I'll see you again soon.